Coming up next, we get to a flyweight tilt between Juicy A. Formiga and Wilson Hayes. All right, so here he is, former UFC flyweight champion Wilson Hayes. Had to wait for that title fight against Demetrius Johnson, and when he got it, he did not disappoint. Now Wilson Hayes trying to continue what has been an outstanding legacy here at 125 pounds.
Apparently, he worked tremendously hard on cardio for this camp.
All right, here's the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, Juicy A. Formiga, training for a long time under Andre Pederneiras at Nova União. Outstanding Jiu-Jitsu game. We've really seen his striking improve, though, in his time on the UFC roster. We'll see how Formiga approaches this challenge tonight, Joe.
This guy has some of the best throws we have ever seen inside the octagon. The speed of his execution and the technique that he uses in the delivery are truly world-class.
And now our tail of the tape for this flyweight tilt. Hayes is 1 year the elder. Formiga will have a 2-inch reach advantage. Once again, here is the veteran voice of the octagon, Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC flyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a mixed martial artist, holding a professional record of 23 wins, 9 losses. He stands 5 feet 4 inches tall, weighing in at 125 pounds. Fighting out of San Diego, California, USA, Wilson Hayes. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a jiu-jitsu fighter, holding a professional record of 22 wins, 5 losses. He stands 5 feet 5 inches tall, weighing in at 125 pounds. Fighting out of the top Brazil, Juicy A. Formiga. And when the action begins on left card, Ian Cummings.
The veteran Yves Levine draws the assignment here.
You ready?
Dateline, Houston, Texas, always going to be back in the H-Town as we get underway here from Toyota Center. Well, some have gotten through, Joe. This shot is blocked. Lands a big right hand early.
This is a bit of a chess battle here. There he swung with a haymaker.
Ooh, nice slip there to avoid the punch by Hayes. Straight right is there. Just out of range with that right hand. Just over 2 minutes, round 1. Trying to find a home for that right hand. Very nice leg kick there by Formiga. And just inches away from landing one of those big right hands.
That one hurt. Going for the takedown here.
Taken down by Hayes. Final minute. And busy as he looks to improve position here. Well, he's been on his back here, but he's actually doing some pretty effective work, Joe. Lands a strike there from the bottom. Nicely done there by Formiga. 30 seconds now to go in the round.
Trapped here in half guard. Nicely timed sweep, and now he's in half guard. He lands a huge elbow to the head.
Round two next.
And that's what started everything off, that beautiful jab. And here's another punch that sneaks through. And here's another perfectly placed punch.
Brittany Palmer is in the building doing work as usual. Round two is underway. All right, so here we go with round two. Good first round in the books. Both fighters had their moment. Again, I'm glad I'm not a judge, right? A difficult round to score. We will see, though, Joe, if there's an uptick in the aggression here in round two. Nice punch by an ever-improving GCA Formiga. See the total strikes. Well, I know he's confident in his chin, Joe, but he left his head wide open for that returning hook there. He would be wise to start moving his feet, get on the tips of his toes, and figure out a way to get that head off the center line and out of harm's way.
Hit him hard with that hook.
There, Joe.
Look at this, takedown.
3 minutes and change to go in round two.
Moves to north-south. Side control again. He's looking to pass.
Just reached the midway point of the fight.
Side control. He's looking for the inverted triangle. He's got this inverted triangle locked in tight. Wants to secure that ankle underneath his knee. He's got it. He got it, he got it. Nicely done. Got caught in the choke, didn't want to tap, and went to sleep.
Yeah, that's high-level jiu-jitsu there, and I know going into this fight, he felt like he was going to have to be near perfect with his grappling and his transitions to force a tap, and he did one better here tonight. He forced the nap, so great technique to get the finish, and ultimately he is your winner by way of submission.
Let's see it one more time. Got the arm in deep under the neck, locked in tight, and it's over before they even get a chance to tap. And it's over before he even gets a chance to tap.
So there he is, your winner by submission tonight, and that is how you put the rest of the division on notice. A huge result for him here tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Yves Levine is going to stop this contest at 3 minutes, 11 seconds of round number two. For the winner by submission,
So there he is, your winner by way of submission, and how good was that? I mean, you talk about maximizing a UFC showcase, and that's a great example of doing just that. You see him sharing a moment here with his coaches, his training partners, and you can be sure that with the hard work done and the hay in the barn, that these guys are going to be celebrating deep into the night after a submission win like this. Coming up next, it's a flyweight matchup between Ray Borg and Henry the Messenger Cejudo. So here he is, the 2008 Olympic gold medalist in freestyle wrestling, Henry Cejudo, still a developing fighter in a lot of respects. We've seen him make great strides when it comes to his hands since moving his training camp to Northern California. It's been a boxing-heavy attack in the UFC thus far. We will see what Henry Cejudo can do here tonight, Joe.
This guy is a wrestler, and wrestlers have had tremendous success inside the octagon, both because of their determination and work ethic, and because, as a skill, wrestling allows the fighter to dictate where the bout takes place.
All right, Joe, we get another look tonight at the flyweight contender, Ray Borg. This is still a young man, but he's accomplished quite a bit thus far in the UFC, really finding his groove now at 125 pounds since aligning with Brandon Gibson and the folks at Jackson Wink MMA there in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Some of the best scrambles in the sport. This man is the master of the transition. And not unlike Jussier Formiga, this guy can take the back with the best of them. Here is Ray Borg making another UFC appearance here tonight.
This guy has one-punch knockout power. And when a fighter has that kind of ability, it's always a big advantage.
Our tail of the tape for this flyweight fight. Borg is 24. Cejudo is 30. The rest is nearly identical. All right, just about ready to go here now for the particulars. We go inside the octagon. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC flyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a Greco-Roman wrestler holding a professional record of 13 wins, 2 losses. He stands 5 feet 4 inches tall, weighing in at 125 pounds. Fighting out of Phoenix, Arizona, Henry the Messenger Cejudo! And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record of 11 wins, 3 losses. He stands 5 feet 4 inches tall, weighing in at 125 pounds. Fighting out of Albuquerque, New Mexico, USA, Ray, the Mexican Devil, Borg! And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Dan Mergliata.
So Dan Mergliata shares the cage.
You ready? You ready? Go
Here
fight.
we go. Ray Borg has always been a guy who pushes a tremendous pace and leads the dance in the UFC.
Trying to spin to the back. Still holding the back.
Oh, he's going for a choke here. This could be tough.
In order to complete the rear naked choke, he's got to control his opponent's body, either with both hooks in or the body triangle. Then he has to get one of the arms underneath the chin. From there, he can finish either with his hands clasped in a gable grip. Just absolutely incredible. Great job in establishing that submission.
Yeah, Joe, that was quick, but can't say that we're all that surprised with this result here tonight. He said he didn't want to waste a lot of time. He wanted to be efficient, knew he wanted to get this fight to the ground and let his submission skills take over. Outstanding effort, even better technique here tonight.
Let's see it one more time. Got the arm in deep under the neck, locked in tight. and it's over before they even get a chance to tap. And one more time, nice technique here on this submission.
So there he is, your winner by submission. That is a finish they will likely be talking about for some time. Big win, major statement made to the rest of this division.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Dan Magliano's called a stop to this contest at 51 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by submission due to a rear naked choke, way the Mexican Devil Boy!
So there he is, your winner by way of submission, and how good was that? I mean, you talk about maximizing a UFC showcase, and that's a great example of doing just that. You see him sharing a moment here with his coaches, his training partners, and you can be sure that with the hard work done and the hay in the barn, that these guys are going to be celebrating deep into the night after. All right, coming up next, it's a flyweight matchup between Joseph Benavidez and Brandon Moreno. Well, at one point, Brandon Moreno had a 10-fight winning streak to his credit, and man, did he burst on the scene in the UFC, coming off of that 24th season of The Ultimate Fighter. Not a ton was expected of him on the show. Now the expectations are lofty, given what he did against Louis Smolka and then Ryan Benoit inside the octagon. 9 wins by way of submission. The rear naked choke is a big weapon for him. Very much a fast starter as well, something the opposition has got to be mindful of here tonight.
This guy has nasty arm bars and leg locks. It is his specialty, and if he gets a hold of a limb, you either tap or it snaps.
One of the best fighters on this UFC roster to never realize a UFC championship. Enter Joseph Benavidez, 25-4, and a guy who has only lost to all-time greats. This is a southpaw born in Las Cruces, New Mexico, who can do it all. Jiu-Jitsu making the walk tonight.
Joseph Benavidez has devastating striking, outstanding wrestling, and he has one of the best lighter-weight training camps in the world today.
Our tail of the tape for this flyweight fight. More than 5 years apart. Some differences in height and reach as well. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC flyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a jiu-jitsu fighter holding a professional record of 14 wins, 5 losses. He stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in at 125 pounds. Brandon, the assassin, baby, Moreno! And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record of 26 wins, 5 losses. He stands 5 feet 4 inches tall, weighing in at 125 pounds. Joseph Benavidez! And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Herb Dean.
The veteran Herb Dean draws the assignment here. Dateline, Houston, Texas, always good to be back in the H-Town as we get underway here from Toyota. So here's the longtime flyweight contender, Joseph Benavidez. He has been in there with the best fighters in the world, and anybody who isn't on that level usually gets knocked out or submitted by Joe B. 9 wins by submission, another half dozen by knockout or TKO. Benavidez looks to get off to a fast start tonight. Kick lands for him there. Head off the center line, slips the punch. Joe, your thoughts on what we'll see in this matchup tonight?
Look out for the overhand right of Joseph Benavidez. He will throw it hard and throw it often. Nice left hook to the body.
Just missing on the uppercut there. Yep, not a ton behind it, but it landed. Benavidez gets caught with that punch. He's treading water now. Got to find a way to move those feet. Oh, and he connects there. Kick to the body by Brandon Moreno. Damaging strike there.
Look at this. And there he swung with a haymaker.
Benavidez gets hit with a kick.
That one hurt. He's feinting with that punch, showing that punch.
Man, Joe, he continues to leave that head open. His opponent's got to be salivating at this point in time. That jab has been there all night. You got to get that head off the center line.
Stuffed it, stuffed it. He's got a guillotine. He drops down for it into the guard. That choke looks locked up tight. That choke is deep. Tremendous pressure on the neck. That's it. That's it. Use great technique to get the choke and get the win.
Well, you can tell he has been working hard on his submissions in his training camp. That was a near-perfect setup on that choke. Sunk it in deep, and the opponent had no choice but to tap out or go to sleep. He chose to tap out.
And here we can see it again. That's a real tight choke here. And here we see it again. Beautiful submission victory.
So a seminal moment for him here tonight, Joe Rogan, as he gets the win by way of submission. Certainly one of the bigger wins of his career, and as big a statement as he could have made here tonight. Bruce Buffer has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 13 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by tap out, Brandon the Assassin Baby Moreno!
So there he is, your winner by way of submission, and how good was that? I mean, you talk about maximizing a UFC showcase, and that's a great example of doing just that. You see him sharing a moment here with his coaches, his training partners, and you can be sure that with the hard work done and the hay in the barn, that these guys are going to be celebrating deep into the night after a submission win like this.